I'm going to show you a tweet from Kanye West. I'm going somewhere with this. This is a tweet. I think this is from Kanye West. Yeah. I don't personally have an issue with Kendrick, but he was a pawn to take down Drake because these record labels don't want big artists because the smaller artists are easier to control and replace. That's Kanye West. And more or less what he's talking about is Jews and blacks. The black artists, the Jews. And he's saying that the Jews were able to manipulate Kendrick Lamar to take down Drake to make both of them peons in their game here. And which brought to mind a clip from Piers Candace Owens was on Piers recently. I don't know when this was. Let's take a listen. I'm going to play a short clip here.
Interesting. I just find that response to be interesting.
He's literally selling swastikas.
Yeah, Piers, if you would like to provide commentary on, if you want to provide commentary on Ye, I have maintained I'm not going to participate in Judas culture.
With swastikas, and so it's so brazen, it's so taunting. And you talk about people who are directly attacking people. He's directly attacking Jewish people when he does this and making them feel extremely uncomfortable, extremely threatened by this, because he's got 32 million people following him on X alone. You know, his social media firepower to galvanize hate against the Jewish people is being laid bare, isn't it, in real time?
Just a question for you. When you saw the Klansman hoodie, why did you say taunting against Jewish people but didn't mention anything about black people? Yeah, but it's just interesting that of the two things you chose to lean into Jewish people and not to speak about what the Klansman hood represents.
Well, both. Let's say both. I mean, they're both, the Nazis and the Ku Klux Klan were both despicable people who targeted certain members of society and wanted to cause them enormous harm, if not kill them. And that's why people are finding what he's doing.
That, like, when I saw the image, I thought you were going to say something about Black America and maybe speak about the fact that Kanye is Black. But you just instantly went to, accusing or speaking about how Jewish people felt about it. I think that's interesting. I just find that response to be interesting.
Candace, he's literally selling swastikas.
Yeah, Piers, if you would like to provide commentary on
swastikas,
and
that's interesting to maybe speak. It's interesting that, like, when I
notice what Piers says here, he puts up this big old picture. Let's see if we can find the picture again. A big old Ku Klux Klan outfit, hood and all. And so Candace sees the hood. Piers sees the medallion of the swastika. A little bitty swastika, big old white boogeyman hood. Piers sees that swastika. The blacks all see the hood, but they are meaningless. They're irrelevant in the grand scheme of things. And so listen to Piers again.
Klan imagery with swastikas. And so it's so brazen. It's so taunting. And you talk about people who are directly attacking people. He's directly attacking Jewish people.
He's directly attacking the Jews. Big old Klan hood up there, but he said the Jews.
When he does this and making them feel extremely uncomfortable, extremely threatened by
making the Jews. As I said, people, the blacks are just the pit bulls for everyone else's agenda. And I'm going to show you more, maybe one more video I'm going to show you just to prove my point.
He's got 32 million people following him on X alone.
And he could be saying something about the Jews.
You know, his social media firepower to galvanize hate against the Jewish people is being laid bare, isn't it, in real time?
Just a question for you. When you saw the Klansman hoodie, why did you say taunting against Jewish people but didn't mention anything about black people? Yeah, but it's just interesting that of the two things you chose to lean into Jewish people and not to speak about what the Klansman hood represents.
Well, both.
Well, both. Well, fuck it. If you want me to include you niggas, I will. Make you feel better. Both. Fuck it. All right. You be happy now? Now let me get back to this fucking anti-Semitism, because you niggas' lives don't matter. That's crazy, right? They been stumbling up and down the street, burning down motherfucking cities. That my lives matter. White man see a hood there. Anything the blacks, anything of the blacks did it. Which brings me to the last video. Let me see if I can. Oh, I gotta see if I can find this. I hope I have it. Let's see if I have it here. And it's a good one if I can pull it off. I'll have to show it another time. I know I have it here. Oh, I got it. If you really want to know what it's all about, as I said, the blacks are just the pit bulls in this, being used to advance the agenda, pushing the ball up court, running everyone else away by screaming racism. Don't take my word for it. Listen to the governor of Illinois.
We expanded Medicaid to cover gender-affirming surgeries. We brought inclusive LGBTQ plus curriculum into our schools so that all students now learn about the contributions of queer and trans trailblazers, from Marsha P. Johnson and Harvey Milk. The State Board of Education is implementing gender-inclusive policies.
All the things, nigga. All the things, niggas. All the things. They advancing the ball, nigga. Black Lives Matter pivoted immediately, almost immediately, to Trans Lives Matter. I showed you at the statue of Robbie Lee in Richmond. This is back during COVID. They had Black Trans Lives Matter. Protect Black trans women. Nigga, ain't no money in the blacks now. Listen what he's saying, the money. Nigga, if you miss it, I'm going to play it again. Listen to all the money he talking about right here. This is billions and billions and billions of dollars here. Listen to what he says again.
We expanded Medicaid to cover gender-affirming surgeries.
Billions.
We brought inclusive LGBTQ plus curriculum into our schools so that all
curriculum is billions of dollars.
All students now learn about the contribution.
All the students will learn all the LGBT things here.
Of queer and trans trailblazers.
You niggas. Congratulations, niggas. This is what you march for. It's the culmination of John Lewis getting his ass whooped down there on the Selman Pettis Bridge.
From Marsha P. Johnson and Harvey Milk.
Harvey Milk. How many of you niggas went to see the Harvey Milk movie? Oh, you didn't know you were marching for Harvey Milk? Now you know.
State Board of Education is implementing gender-inclusive policy.
Is that why Maxine was all them down there fighting Trump with the Department of Education? Because there's a lot of money on the line. Curriculum. New books got to be written to include the, what do you say?
So that all students now learn about the contributions of queer and trans.
Go to school, nigga. It's time to learn about the shit you march for, the shit you were led to march for. You're going to learn about queers. You're going to learn
inclusive LGBTQ plus.
All that shit, all the things, nigga. You're going to learn about it. Learn about it, nigga. You about to learn about it all.
Curriculum into our schools so that all students now learn.
What about STEM? These niggas, I thought the niggas needed STEM. They're gonna need stem cell surgery.
About the contributions of queer and trans trailblazers.
The what? The what? The who?
Now learn about the contributions of
the motherfucking contribute
queer and trans trailblazers from Marsh.
Thank you, niggas. The trans would like to thank you, niggas, for moving the ball further up court. Thank you, niggas. Thank you, niggas. If you really want some of the government money now, nigga, you know what you got to do? Transition, nigga.
P. Johnson and Harvey Milk. The State Board of Education is implementing gender-inclusive policies to ensure that our schools are welcoming and affirming. And I'm proud to say that my administration is the most diverse administration in state history. We expanded Medicaid to cover gender affirming.
Man, I think I just exposed how the wool has been pulled over these Negroes' heads, and you really have to feel sorry for them. While they talking about reparations, this man just rolled out billions of dollars that could have been spent on reparations. And he said, how did he do it? He found the money.
Expanded Medicaid to cover gender affirming surgery.
Billions of dollars he could have spent on reparations.
We brought inclusive LGBTQ plus curriculum into our schools so that.
Isn't that one tenet of the this one pillar of the reparation? They want money, of course, but then they want education, student loans, and all that kind of free shit. They want healthcare, right? They want healthcare. If you ask any black about reparation, he's ticking off all the things that they want, but he's giving it to the trans instead. Listen.
All students now learn about the contributions of queer
Black history. That's what the blacks want, right? They want what is it? CFR, CFT, right? But instead of CFT, you getting the contributions of queer history. Trade off, nigga.
And trans trailblazers.
Trans trailblazers, not blacks.
From Marsha P. Johnson.
From Marsha P.
And Harvey Milk.
And you niggas thought it was about STEM. I done told you niggas, you can make yourself a STEM. You can make yourself a software developer. You're listening to one. But you want to get into the educational industrial complex. But they moved on from you niggas. They moved on from trying to make you motherfucking rocket scientists and black magic motherfucking women. And
from Marsha P. Johnson and Harvey Milk. The State Board of Education is implementing.
The baton has been passed, nigga. Y'all niggas been hitting people upside the head with the baton. And these motherfuckers have passed the baton. There you go. And that's pretty much all I have to say about things. In the last couple of days, I've just been seeing this shit, and I'm like, I see all these blacks arguing online. I said, Jesus fucking Christ, all the problems you motherfuckers have, and you just gonna argue with each other. And then I guess the only thing they really are in agreement on is reparations and chasing women and the conflict therein. So if anyone would like to join the panel, the link is in the chat. I'll drop the link there. It was a free kind of a stream of consciousness here. I did a first take, but the audio didn't come out good. I did it on OBS. So I figured I'll come here to StreamYard. If anyone wanted to have anything to say, feel free. We have a little bit. Otherwise, I'll get out of here and let you have your day back. So here, I looked through the chat for a bit. We got one point, I think we had about 40 people in the audience. Some people I haven't recognized before. Now volatile. Is that in reference to the river now? I'm curious, what's up, B-Bro? You want to come up on the chat? And me and you have a little chat. What do you think? Brave. Years ago, I've shown this photo. You may not have seen it. But I went around the country. Well, not around the country. I went to the place. I went to Memphis. Nathaniel Bedford Forrest. Anyone remember him? The niggas dug his grave up, I think. They weren't happy with letting that man at peace. I think they dug the nigga's grave and his horse up. I think the nigga